Okay, so to do this step, you want to get these metal rails that the trim is going to go into, and you want to make the trim, cut it nice so that it fits just about perfectly from there to there. So what I did is I got this cardboard shim. They're 4-foot lengths. You could just get it, set it down in there, put it right in there, because otherwise, I mean, well, you'll see guys who do stairs is they'll have like this fancy tool that goes all the way across from here, and it swivels on each end, so you get the perfect angle. But a cheat I found is just get a piece of cardboard shim, mark it with the pen right there on each end, and then you have the perfect piece to go across here. So you mark it, and I don't have a pen with me, but you get the point. Mark it with the pen. I already did it right there. Take it downstairs, you cut it. See, there's my mark right there. I cut it, I get my piece. Well, this one is for this other side over here, but it fits really nice. Watch, check this out. And there you go. See how nice that fits? There's like almost no seam there, and that's using that technique. So I recommend you guys do that. This is still a little bit, the rails actually underneath it are too low. As you can see, it's not even touching right here, which is not good enough. So I'm gonna have to put something else to raise the shim underneath it even more. Problem is that this, okay, so the problem is that this is engineered wood, and this thing is thick. And these things are only good up to, what is it? Let's see, maybe 2 mil? Well, I don't know. The problem is that this isn't thick enough to go down and actually hold it in place. So I gotta find a way to do that. So I need to raise up these guys. So maybe I'll just double up the padding to raise it up even higher off the floor. If you look here, I already put the cardboard down. I put 2 pieces of drywall shims on here so that it would be the correct height with this flooring. And I also put in the spacer that came with this transition molding. And so once that's in there, then you just go ahead, put that on there so it's the correct height. Screw it down. I'm going to be using 1 1/4 inch screws because of this extra thickness of this. I'm almost tempted to use 1 1/2 inch, but 1 1/4 inch is what I have, so I'll be using that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started on that. So at this point, I'm just going to screw them in, add some glue, slide the transition on top, and then we're done. Here we go. I've screwed these all in. It's in there. Now it's just ready to go ahead and get the final piece on there. So let's go ahead and do that. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and use this PL, this Loctite Pro Line 3 times stronger premium stuff. So if you're going to put anything down, just put something down that's good. You want to put good stuff down once and not have to worry about it like, I don't know, 6 months or a year later. All right, let's go. Okay, so now here we're doing another one. And so here we have another problem where we're going from tile to this engineered wood. And so I had a bigger height difference here, which was a bit of an issue, but not much to do about it. So since this one's much lower than this one, they also have these pieces for when you have big gaps like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a bunch of the epoxy in here again, set this in here, put the weights on top of it, and then just let it cure, and that's it. So, but before you put any epoxy in here, make sure that you vacuum it out. You might not need to put epoxy in there, but I just do anyway, so yeah. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here so far I went ahead and put this on. It was pretty tight. Yeah, there's a little bit of a seam. You can't see it here though, which is great. I don't want the seam to be seen. Over here, it's a nice seam, but you can tell that the top piece and this bottom filler, they're not exactly the same width, and so you see that white little transition, and it goes all the way down to about here, which is kind of a problem. So you'll see a white line. So in order to fix that, I'm just going to color that in with, they have like, they're almost like crayons where you just fill it in. Or you could use like a black Sharpie or a brown Sharpie and you won't see the line at all. There's not much else you could do about it. So anyhow, this is on there. It's nice and tight. I put the weight on there to hold it in place. So now it's just wait 24 hours. Okay, so here you can see the transition. This is what it looks like after it's cured for about a little over 24 hours. I think it looks great. You can't see anything. So, oh, by the way, I didn't mention, well, I hope I mentioned that. Remember when we put this down, there was a metal rail. When you put the epoxy inside of the metal rail. Don't put it on the outside because it'll stick to the wood. And this is a floating floor, so it's not supposed to. Here's this one. And you can tell that just looks beautiful, right? Look at that. That seam is really good. And it's like right next to each other, so that's really good. That's kind of how you want to do it. Let me go show you the one in the back. Okay, so here it is. I went ahead and I filled it in, so it's no longer white. You can't see that part anymore. But yeah, so I think it looks good. You can't see the seam anymore. I went ahead and I filled it in. All you really can use, it doesn't really matter. I just used a Sharpie and some black crayon and a brown crayon, and that was it. You know, you can go buy something fancy from the store. You could just use it, make it simple. The crayon will work just fine. You can't really see. You can't see the transition, so that's nice and done. So there we go. Okay, there is the last transition. So anyhow, I definitely recommend that you guys do your own transitions. No need to pay somebody a couple $100 to do these for you. It's really easy, pretty simple. Yeah, do it yourself, save yourself a couple bucks. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helped you guys out. And good luck in your guys' projects.